WFOS, world's fastest one-shots.
Trigger warning. There's three things that you're going to need. Two WoW accounts. That counts as two of them. Two subscriptions. And then a $20 down payment to Keyclone to buy the client. It is $20. There is no subscription. It's just $20 per key. So for this stream, I'm going to be going over how to download and set up Keyclone, which is what I use to multi-box those double MM hunters that you watch from time to time. So first, what you want to be doing is going to solidice.com. I will put everything in the description below as well, all the links that you need. The first thing you need is to go to solidice.com, go to downloads at the top, Windows, and then Keyclone. From there, you would download Keyclone version 1.9, export that to your desktop. Now, once it's fully downloaded to your desktop, you are going to need a key in order to make it work. So what you would do is go to create account, and from there you would give them like an email address, and then they would send you the key through your email. Once that happens, you would activate the key so that your key clone, once you open it, will look like this. Let me just show you real quick. It will look like this, about. So it's going to show you the key, and then it's going to say active. So you would press get license, enter your email address, click on the link in that email, and then it should activate your key for your key clone. Once you have done that, these are the next steps that you are going to take in order to set it up. Now, what I want everyone who is watching this to know is that this is not botting. There is no reason for you to get banned. There is no reason for people to report you, and if they do, they're stupid. Just letting you know right off the bat, this is not botting. Alright? Love you all, but some people have their own mindset and it kind of discourages people from trying this out. Now, once you have activated your Keyclone client, you have the key, you download it, you export it, you put it onto your desktop. In order to set this up, what you are going to be doing is pressing on setup, going to maximizer, going to maximizer first. You always want to enable maximizer. I'm not able to make this bigger, but you always want to enable maximizer down here. Make sure it's checked off. Now, if you have two monitors, you will need to troubleshoot which monitor you want to do this on. Now, for me, this is monitor 1. Alright, so I have everything set up on monitor 1. So what you would do is, say you want to play just two accounts, 3 accounts. They have presets on the right. So you can do like 1, you can do like 2, you can do 3. That's like if you want to have a full screened one and then like a smaller one on top of it, you can do that as well. Although that's probably what I should do because then it would probably look a lot cleaner. Anyway, and then you do 3, 4, 2x2, etc. So there's a lot of different ways that you can set this up. Alright, that's actually pretty cool. I did not know that I could do that. Anyway, I'm learning stuff too. Anyway, so if you want to do 2, what you would do is, this is just press 2, and then you would just move them accordingly, because it doesn't full screen it, so you will see this bar at the bottom. You can't see the bar because of my stupid overlay, but it would show your taskbar at the bottom. So what you want to be doing is you want it just above the taskbar. Now, obviously, this isn't going to be perfect, but it's what it will do what we have to do. It will be good enough for what we're doing. Anyway, uh, okay, cool. So then you want to name your windows separately. See how it's like region 1.1, region 1.2. So what you want to do is name them 1 and 2. Then you're going to press OK. That just locks it in, alright? You're going to go back to setup. You're going to go to command editor. Now this is where all of the magic happens. How it gets spaced out, how it becomes perfect boxes, and how it broadcasts the keystrokes from one instance of WoW to the other. Once you have set up your maximizer, you want to go into command editor and you want to make commands. These are the instances of WoW that you can run. Now, what you're going to be doing is, let me just clear this. Alright, cool. So clear this. What you're going to be doing is, for your first instance of WoW, you're going to be typing WoW1 up here under command. The CPU doesn't really matter. Your region is going to be 1 in the drop down window. Your program, you're going to click on program. You're going to go to wherever your World of Warcraft folder is. Mine is on my desktop. Go into the folder, go to retail. Classic is if you want to play classic. Retail is if you want to play BFA. So you go to your retail folder and then you just double click the WoW into it. And it'll show up right there. Okay. You got your region 1. You could type in your email address if you want. I'm not going to because I don't really care to. And then once all that is done, you're going to press plus to add it, and then new to refresh it so it's a blank screen again. You're going to do WoW2. You're going to go to the Dropbox region 2. You're going to put in your program as before, BFA, and then you're going to press the plus. Now here is where some people might have trouble with it. What you're going to be doing is, where is it? Trying to figure it out. Alright, so then you're going to close everything down once you have that set up. Your WoW 1 and your WoW 2. WoW 1, WoW 2, everything's set up, and then you're just going to close everything down. You're going to close the Keyclone, you're going to close the folder that Keyclone is in as well, and then I'm just closing that just cause. Now, in order to get this to work properly, what you are going to have to do is refresh your desktop a couple of times. I do it about 5 or 6 times just because. Why not? Once that is done, you double click your Keyclone folder, right click Keyclone itself, and then run as administrator. You're going to get a notification that says, do you want to allow this app from an unknown publisher to make changes to your device? You're going to press yes. This is just to allow you to run it before it runs anything else. Anyway, so once that is done, you can minimize the folder, and then you're going to press connect. Now what this should do is just split 2 WoWs directly down the middle of your screen. Okay, so it didn't do it because I fucked it up. But let me try this again. Hold on. What it should have done. Alright. So refresh, refresh, refresh. Right click, run as admin. Press yes. You can close that box and then press connect. There we go. Okay, so that maximizer that we had before, those are the windows that your wows will show up in. Now, this isn't directly down the middle because there's still like this huge white spot over here, right there. Anyway, so once that is taken care of, what you're going to do is press your pause break, which would be your mute. Now, this mute at the top, this just means that it won't broadcast your keystrokes. So if you don't have that activated and you press, say, I'm trying to think of what I don't. Okay, so if you do like LOL, it will type it in both windows. Now you don't want that to happen, and I'll go into why in a little bit, but you always want to mute and type in your password. Oopsie, that's the wrong account. This mute, type in your password. Then you just move your mouse over and type in the password again. This one's on hyphen, and this one's on MPAP1. Alright, so we are going to make 2 new characters real quick. What characters do I want to make? Let's just make undead characters. Okay. They're both going to be... Let's just make them both hunter because that's what this tutorial is going to be about. It's going to be about making hunters. So, customize, Keyclone 1, Keyclone 2. Alright, so finish. Maximum number of bullshit? Come on, man. Okay, so I need to delete a character. Hold on one sec. Bear with me. Oh, God. I don't need this one. This character is the guildmaster. Blah, blah, blah. Right. Let's go to this one. What? Well, it says I have a... Oh, it doesn't say I have a character. Okay, cool. Da, 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 da. Which one should I fucking delete? Oh, I want that one though. Okay, this one I do not need. Alright, cool. So, back to Magtheridon. Now we're just going to go over the basic keybinds, macros, and how you should be setting up your stuff. So, male, hunter. Sorry. Keyclone 1. Press finish. Gonna press finish. Oh god, freaking. Maximum amount of characters. It's so fun. Let's find something to delete. Okay. Don't need this one. Alright. So let's go. Keyclone 1 and Keyclone 2. Okay. So now that you got your 2 characters set up using Keyclone, why do I feel like there aren't enough characters on this fucking account? Anyway, you're going to enter the... You can simply unmute your... you can unmute and just press enter. Well, actually, I can't because I made it so it doesn't pass. Anyway, I'll be going into that in a sec. For right now, just keep it muted, and I'll go over it in a bit. So you're just press and escape, and then you're just gonna like scroll down to zoom out. Otherwise, it's pretty fucking stupid. Anyway. Now your windows, once you fully set this up to your liking, your dimensions, etc., it's not gonna look like this, but there are some maintenance things that you might need to do in order to make it look better. So I need to talk to this person just to get me out of the fucking ground. Okay, cool. So what we are going to be doing is showing you how to make the basic macros. Now I do need to change these profiles because otherwise it's going to drive me absolutely crazy. Where is it? This one? No. No. Nope. Nope. No. There we go. Okay, so here's my number one. Now I know these action bars are pretty fucked, but it's whatever. So false. Okay, there we go. So this is my number one. This is my number one. So what I want to do is first I want to make a invite macro. So when I press it, all it does is just invite this one right away. Now you can make this with you can make it invite as many characters as you want. So just do slash invite and then the character's name, which is Keyclone2. Okay, save it. And if I really wanted to, I could do invite Keyclone3, etc. But for right now, it's just Keyclone2. So obviously that's not where the macro would go, but once you click it, it automatically invites them. Now there is a macro that you can make to automatically accept. We'll get into that later. So the first thing that you want to do once you have your characters in the same group is make follow and assist macros. Alright, so you're going to go over to your follower over here. You're going to press new, your number one, because that's your number one. You're going to do hashtag show tooltip, next line slash cast cobra shot, next line slash assist Keyclone 1 slash follow Keyclone 1. When you press save, it should change to your cobra shot icon. And then you just drag and drop it on your number one. And then you unmute. Now, what this is going to do is when you press your number one, he should follow. Alright? And what he should also do is, like, if I target Keyclone 2 and I press number one, his target should be Keyclone 2. Alright? So, and it'll continuously work as long as you press 1. So by that I mean if, let's see, if I press 1 over here, he will attack that target as well. But if I do it too quickly, he will actually, he'll swap before the target is dead. Now normally you don't want that to happen. You want something to die before you swap your target. But that is your bread and butter for how to set up your key clone. If you do have any questions, I'll be putting character names in the descriptions below for you to whisper. Also, I'll be putting my battle tag. There is no promises that I will be able to add everyone because my friends list is currently full or about to be full. Anyway, but I will be putting my characters' names into the description, like my main characters' names that I usually stream with. Um, if you do have any questions with that, with just the basic macro setup. But furthermore, what we are going to be doing is showing you the do not pass and the round robin setups for the key clone. So it's going to be do not pass is up here above general, and then round robin is down here above sound events. Now round robin is especially nice for hunters because there are a lot of things that... Why is B on round robin? What the fuck is this? That's weird. Okay, I didn't want that there. Alright, so... sorry. So do not pass, things that you would want under do not pass is anything that you would not want to be passed continuously from one instance to the other. For instance, when you're moving forward with your W, you don't want this one to be moving forward as well. You just want them to be following you. All right. So you are going to be putting all your movement keys on do not pass. All right. Um, anything with directional cooldown, like a binding shot, a flare, a freezing trap, tar trap. What else do I got? Um, and then your slash, your numlock, and your enter. You don't want those to be passed. All right, so just take a look at this, and then you can copy it however you like. Now the 4 would be my freezing trap. The B is my flare. C is my binding shot. Um, yeah. So those are just cooldowns I don't want to be passed. Now the cool thing about this is that you can also set it to round robin. Now round robin just means when I'll just show you real quick. So what you saw over there is F. Now F is under round robin, which means when one of them presses F, you're gonna hear that whoosh. That means that one of them pressed it and one of them did not. Now when you hear it again, the next one presses F. Now for me, my F is uh, counter shot, which is a kick. So depending on whether or not I press Shift F or Control F, and I know you can't see this, but there are times in the arenas where I'm like pressing F or Shift F. Now F is like kicking my target, Shift F is kicking my focus. It took me about 30 games to get comfortable with that, but hopefully you guys have an easier time with this. Um, so those are the basics for Keyclone. If you do have any questions about those, feel free to whisper one of my characters. I do apologize for uh, the choppiness of this, but that is how you set up your Keyclone. Now, to start, I highly recommend people only start with 2. That's your main character and then a follower. Just start with 2, see how it feels. I do not recommend you spending $300 for like 7 accounts. Don't do that. Start small and then build on it as you go the, with how comfortable you feel you are with the setup. It is a lot of macros. It's a lot of time and patience and getting used to your keybinds, but it is worth it. Now, a lot of people have been telling me that what I do, the multiboxing, does not take skill. And for a part of it, sure, yeah, takes no skill. But for a bigger part of it, it definitely does. Anyway, guys, that is how you set up your key clone. Feel free to message one of my characters in game, send them mail, whatever you want to do. It's Cash Me Outside from Mike Therodon or How Bo Dat from Mike Therodon as well. I'm not even gonna lie, those snipers make it right there. They look really fucking cool. Anyway, we will be back on for streaming or for more, YouTube videos. Today, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be going to push 1900 in threes with the double MM. But you know what? Actually, what we're gonna be, yeah, we're gonna be signing off here in a bit because I do have to go to work, and that's super fun. So, yeah, if you do have any further questions with how to set up your Keyclone client, feel free to message Cash Me Outside from Magtherodon or How About Dat from Magtherodon. Hope to see you next time, guys, in WFOS, World's Fastest One-Shots. What is up, guys? If you enjoyed that clip, be sure to sub to that YouTube channel for upcoming content. You can find information for my streaming schedule in the description below. Hope to see you next time at WFOS World's Fastest One Shots. Peace!